So when you got hit by the bomb, how long did it take to get you out and then get it back to Kiev? Because you were in hospital in Kiev. And then can you also talk about some of the injuries that you got?
Yeah, so it was miracle. You know what? I lost my right eye pretty much, and it was one thing I didn't want to lose. God God is a joker, you know? So I was ready to lose my arms, my legs, like I was ready for that. All right, I'm okay with that. I was prepared for that. But I had one eye that saw clearly. So I had my right eye that helped me to read, to drive, to do everything. And I was afraid just about that eye because my left eye has problems. I can't read, I can't drive, it's not fixable. So, and I had just this one thing I was afraid about. And right, sure, the bomb came. I was underground 2 meters, 2 meters underground. 10 days, we didn't get hit at once. So our positions was really well made and none of us get hit. We've been bombed all day long, all those days. And I don't know, we still don't know how, but bomb came to me 2 meters underground. I was resting. It was noon. I was resting underground. I took off my shoes because it was wet. It was sunny. First day was sunny. I put my boots on a hill that would, you know, dry out a little bit and lay down. And it was few miracles there. So before I lay down, there was my friend there, and I like, hey, normally I would not do that, but that day I did this for some reason. So I like, hey, stand up. Like you slept all night. It's my time. So I took him out, lay down there. It was like a resting room underground, and suddenly, somehow, I hear this explosion. So I was on the ground 2 meters, and next position was like I'm here. There was position where we were standing, and it was protected as well, like meter and a half protected area where my friend stayed and watched enemy and shoot back. So somehow bomb came to me, but it did hit somewhere on the top, and pieces of it, splinters, would came to me.
Yeah.
And I heard that explosion. My friend from the second floor, he rolled down to me because of explosion, and he dropped and rolled down to me. I heard his noise. He was screaming, and and he's like, I got hit, I got hit. And I remember I was standing on my knees already, this like noise in ears, and I felt like something wrong with my face, with my legs, with my arm, and I was calm. I remember I was pretty calm, and I like, hey, tell on walkie-talkie that I get hit too, and I'm in a bad shape. I felt like in the face, and I understood that it's bad. So I'm in a bad shape. Like I need to get out from here. I need doctor. So that guy who rolled down to me, really strong dude. He was not shocked. He did get hit in the leg a little bit. He had like little bit concussion, but he was like clear and he understood what he needed to do to help me. And he was standing there with me, and I was telling what to do. I told him that my both legs get hit, my arm get hit, my belly and my face. So, and he need to fix all of that. And he got hit too. I can't see anything. Like first thing I remember, I opened my eyes, but I remember I saw that I slept and it was too. I had really good one, sleeping bag, really good one.
Yeah.
And I opened my eye and it's like all in blood, like someone poured a bucket there. And like, gosh, how did it happen in a second? You know, like it was all in blood. And uh, it's like, gosh, it's like too bad. I lost my sleeping bag, I guess. It was my thought. And this guy, his name is Alex. So he pretty much saved me, you know. I'm really grateful that he didn't think about that his leg got hit. You know, he took himself in hands and he was helping me. So he fixed my legs and arm and were helping me and fixed my face as well. And he stopped bleeding. So first thing you need to do is stop bleeding. So 80% of death is from bleeding. So it's what we've been taught. So first thing you do, you stop bleeding with tourniquets. So it's first thing you do. It's very painful thing,
Yeah.
but it's what we all need to know. And it's what we did. So he put tourniquets on both legs, on arm, fixed my face. And I remember I was laying there all in blood. They cut all my clothing, so I was pretty much naked. And to check how bad is damage of the body. And I remember laying down there, and I was happy, you know. It's like I was not happy that I get hit, but I was happy that I knew that I gonna survive, even like I didn't know how bad I get hurt. Oh yeah, I thought that my arm came out, so I thought my right arm, I didn't felt it. So like with my left arm, I found my right arm, but I didn't felt it. So I thought that it's cut it off, like bomb cut it off because I didn't feel it. I couldn't move it. So my thought was that it's not there. So I asked boys to take my arm and put in a bag with cold water that they can sew it back to me. And it's what I told them. And they're like, your arm is on a place. Everything is fine. Stop talking. So, and it was my thought. So, and I was thinking that I get hit, and I thought I gonna be all right. I was sure. I was scared probably, yeah, but I was sure that I will survive, and I was happy that I gonna see my family. I knew that I gonna go to hospital, and I gonna see my family. So I was happy about that. And another miracle that happened is that boys, it was day, it was 12 at noon. And normally when a fight is going on, so we get hit all this time. They don't stop because someone get hit.
Yeah.
So bombs still comes, still shooting. And boys, that unit that help those who get hit, who get hurt. So they came, and I like, wow. I was really surprised that they came at daytime, not at night. So I was expecting to lay there for 4 hours, 6 hours when dark came. But they came, and I like, wow, these guys are crazy. Because that road they came, it's all like you can shoot it through, all like Russians shoot it through. And to came there at daytime during the fights, I like, whoa. And it was a miracle that they came and they took me out of that hole 2 meters underground. They put me on this thing and they took me out. They started running, 4 of them. And I hear them. I can't see it. That time I didn't see anything, but I hear them. And I heard that one just screamed and dropped down. They came to him. He didn't react. He didn't have any blood, but he didn't react. He didn't breathe, and he didn't react at all. I heard that, slapped him in the face, tried to understand what's going on with him. He didn't react. Later, we found out this really young guy, like 22 years old. He just came. It was first day. And later my friends told me that his heart stopped. So I guess adrenaline was so high, and so they were pulling me, and just, I don't know, his heart didn't handle it. He was so scared, I guess. So later my friend did go back to him to pull him out because we didn't know what happened with him. So he did go back to him, and sniper was watching and hit him in the leg. He didn't kill him, but he got hit in the leg. So we got to the hospital together. So 3 other boys did go through and did get me to evacuation place. And those evacuation vehicles, so it's protected vehicles.
Yeah.
They're protected. And those heavy, like Hummers, but bigger, Hummers, right?
Yeah.
Hummer, the military vehicle. So it's bigger, it's special for transportation. So normally they would not drive at daytime because it's big and they always hit them. So Russians, they can reach them. So they normally don't ever drive at daytime. And those guys pull me out, and somehow the vehicle comes right away, and they take me out from there. I was really surprised that they came. It was another miracle as well, and they did get me to the hospital, which is really far. But I don't remember how we got there, but we got there. They saw my face. And later they moved me to Dnipro and after to Kiev. So I got hit in the legs, learned to walk again later. My arm was on the place. It just hit me and kind of paralyzed for a month. So my arm didn't work for about a month.
Yeah.
So right now it's fully recovered. And it broke my bone here and damaged my eye. So I lost my eyesight on the right eye. And unfortunately, I visited all best doctors. And unfortunately, right now there is no technology that they can fix it. But I can see a little bit with my left eye. So first time I had a little bit depression because of that. I didn't want to believe it. Was angry. Had depression, but I accepted, I guess it's what the Lord wants me to go through, and probably He has plan on that, and everything with reason, I believe, and maybe He doesn't want me to go back to the front lines. I still plan to go and continue service. I don't know what I will be able to do because I don't see what I eat. I can't read, can't drive, but probably they will find some work for me.